The 2026 Bugatti W16 Mistral is not just a car, it is a $5 million swan song to an era of internal combustion that we will never see again, representing the final, breathtaking act for the legendary 8.0-litre quad-turbocharged W16 engine that has defined the pinnacle of automotive engineering for over 2 decades. As the ultimate roadster, the Mistral takes the visceral, earth-shaking power of the Chiron Supersport 300 Plus and strips away the roof, allowing the driver to experience the raw, mechanical symphony of 1,578 horsepower and 1,180 pounds-feet of torque directly behind their head through 2 massive overhead air intakes that gulp down 70,000 litres of air every single minute. This machine recently cemented its legacy by shattering the world record for the fastest open-top production car, screaming to a verified top speed of 282.04 miles per hour, 453.91 kilometers per hour, a feat that defies the laws of physics for a vehicle without a fixed roof. Visually, the Mistral is a masterpiece of form follows performance, featuring an intricate X-shaped taillight design that serves as a functional vent for the massive cooling system, and a curved, wraparound windshield that creates a visor-like cockpit reminiscent of a fighter jet. Inside, the cabin is a sanctuary of ultimate luxury, where hand-woven leather meets a gear selector carved from a solid block of aluminum featuring an amber insert with Rembrandt Bugatti's dancing elephant sculpture, a nod to the brand's historic artistic roots. With only 99 units ever produced, all of which were sold out long before the first carbon fiber panel was even pressed, the 2026 Mistral is a hyper-exclusive artifact of speed that catapults from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a staggering 2.4 seconds, ensuring that as Bugatti transitions into a hybridized future, the W16 goes out not with a whimper, but with a roar that echoes through the history of the world's most elite hypercars. This is the ultimate expression of the Gran Turismo spirit, a vehicle that combines the elegance of the 1934 Type 57 Roadster Grand Raid with the terrifying, unrelenting velocity of modern aerospace technology, making it the most desirable and dominant convertible ever to grace the tarmac of the American coastline or the unrestricted stretches of the Autobahn. To witness a Mistral in motion is to see the closing chapter of a masterpiece, a final atmospheric explosion of engineering brilliance that secures Bugatti's throne as the king of the hypercar world for generations to come. This is not just another hypercar. This is the final roar of an era, the moment the automotive world closes the chapter on one of the most outrageous engines ever built. And Bugatti did not go quietly, because the 2026 W16 Mistral is the kind of machine that doesn't whisper goodbye. It screams it at over 400 kilometers per hour with the sky completely open above your head. And that alone already makes this car something beyond special, because we are not just talking about speed or luxury or design. We are talking about the last time in history that a quad-turbocharged W16 engine will ever be experienced in a brand new production car. No electrification dominating the story, no compromise, just raw mechanical madness refined to perfection for the final time. And when you first lay your eyes on the Mistral, you instantly realize this is not just a roofless version of something else. This is a purpose-built roadster that has been engineered from the ground up to deliver both extreme performance and an emotional driving experience that feels almost impossible in today's world. The front end carries that unmistakable Bugatti identity with a wider and more aggressive horseshoe grille that looks like it's inhaling the road ahead, paired with ultra-slim LED headlights that give it a futuristic yet intimidating stare, and as your eyes move across the body, the lines begin to tell a deeper story of airflow, of precision, of speed sculpted into every curve, especially those dramatic air intakes behind the seats that are not just for show but channel massive volumes of air directly into the heart of that legendary engine. And speaking of the engine, this is where the Mistral becomes something truly historic, because under that beautifully sculpted rear deck lies an 8.0-litre quad-turbo W16 producing an astonishing 1,600 horsepower, the same monstrous output found in Bugatti's most extreme machines. And when you realize that all of that power is unleashed in a roadster configuration, it almost sounds unreal, because convertibles are usually about cruising, about enjoying the breeze. But the Mistral redefines that idea completely by turning open-top driving into a full-on hypercar assault, and the performance numbers are just as insane as you would expect with a top speed that pushes beyond 420 km per hour, making it not only the fastest roadster ever built but also one of the fastest production cars of any kind, period. And what makes this even more fascinating is how Bugatti manages to balance that extreme performance with a level of refinement that feels almost contradictory, because inside the cabin, you are surrounded by handcrafted luxury that feels more like a piece of high-end art than a traditional car interior, from the premium leather stitched with obsessive attention to detail to the aluminum accents that have been machined to perfection, and even a small sculptural detail embedded in the gear selector that pays tribute to the legacy of the W16 engine. Everything inside the Mistral reminds you that this is not just about speed, it's about heritage, craftsmanship, and the celebration of something that will never be made again. And as you sit in the driver's seat, you begin to understand why this car is already considered a collector's dream, because Bugatti is producing only 99 units of the Mistral worldwide. Each one already spoken for, each one priced in the multi-million-dollar range, making it not just a car but an investment, a piece of automotive history that will likely never be replicated. And when you imagine driving it, the experience becomes almost cinematic, because with no roof above you, every sensation is amplified: the sound of the quad-turbo spooling, the deep roar of the W16 engine, the rush of wind at unimaginable speeds. It all combines into something that feels less like driving and more like piloting a machine from another dimension. And yet, despite all of that madness, the Mistral remains composed, controlled, and incredibly stable thanks to Bugatti's advanced engineering and aerodynamic mastery, ensuring that even at extreme speeds, the car feels planted and predictable,